Hello everyone, my name is Mark, this is Aowen, hello Chia, and welcome to Streaming Solo. And I am going to play another of my solo games, this time again in the 20 strong universe, and this is Etherfields. That is very washed out. Etherfields. 20 strong Etherfields. So Etherfields is a board game by Awaken Realms, and Chip Theory did a crossover with Awaken Realms to come up with this deck for 20 strong. And so this one has some interesting deviations from the typical 20 strong. Let's see. No worries, Chia. Chia says, hello, Aowen. All right. So, as is the case with every 20 strong deck, we're going to use these 17 dice plus the 3 stat dice, which is the 20 strong, and this tracker chip, which in this case is going to be on this side rather than the tracking a number from 0 to 20. It's going to track the 5 different colors, or which particular color we are on, of the 5 different dice. And this is the ether in this game. The ether starts on yellow, and we can move it around based on places that we go. As you can see, this first map spot on the top of the deck has the ability to change the ether from green to blue. So my stats for this particular character, the gambler, are 2 life, which is going to be put here, indicating where I am on the map, 2 strategy, and 3 recall. Hello, Hallideadly! And yes, the rest of what we have over here, this is going to be the boss. These are the map cards that I will put out here and move around. This is the enemy stack, this is a stack of items, and this is a stack of influence, I believe they call it. Influence, was that right? Actually, it should say right there. Yes, influence cards. And so I will be cycling through this deck quite quickly. And another interesting thing about this deck is it is persistent, in the sense that in most games, you're going to play a game with the cards as they are, and when you're done, you put it back in the box and you bring it back out and you probably shuffle them and stuff like that, but they end up in the same orientation. In this game, you will notice that there is an A on all of these cards. And that's because all of the cards have 2 sides, an A side and a B side. And during the game, some cards might get flipped over to their B side. When the game is over, they remain on that B side. And they stay there until they get flipped back in a future game. So, what? Did I have to climb over it, or is it low and you just... Oh. Nice, getting over a cold. I like it, Hallie. And so, whatever side they end up on at the end of the game, I'll keep them in that orientation. And then the next time I play the game, they come out in that orientation instead. And so the game kind of evolves from game to game, sort of like a legacy game, but not quite, because you can reset this, which I did before this stream because I had played it. I played it once a couple of weeks ago when I first got this, and I had a blast. And then when I was playing my practice game yesterday, I realized that I had one rule completely wrong. And so I didn't feel like I had earned the evolving of the deck. So I reset the whole thing. So it works out that you guys get to see it without any changes. This is how it is when you open the deck. So everything is on the A side and things will change as we play. And so the next time I play, I will have actually earned those, those changes. So here we are. This, in this case, we are trying to defeat this boss, which is Something Wicked, and there's something wicked on it. Something Wicked. Now, there are three different areas on a boss, and in this case, only 2 of them are actually in use. This other area is just flavor text. A whisper on the wind, a fleeting vignette of what is to come. Though is it your foes or yourself who are wicked? Ooh, something wicked. So there's nothing special about this other than the requirement to get to it and then the activation ability. And the activation ability is actually what I screwed up playing before. Hey, Mike! Mike! It is Streaming Solo Monday! So, this says exhaust 1, ready, die. I had misinterpreted that when I was playing this before to mean that since this is called the activation ability, I thought that meant when the boss activates. But no, there is a spot right here under activation in the game flow that says opposition, activate an enemy, then resolve the boss's activation effect. You apparently do that every single round, and I was not doing that at all. I did it once during the game when I activated the boss, and so I made it way easy on myself based on or compared to what it should be. The other thing right here is its activation, how to activate it. So in order to activate the boss and therefore bring it into the active area so that I can win, I have to get the ether up to red. So again, it starts on yellow and I have to get it all the way around to red. And the way I do that is by exploring the map, pulling out cards that say, like this one does, if the ether is set to green, set it to blue. They always go this direction, so I will have to find all of those by exploring the map. So that is our boss for today. Let me catch up on the chat here. I noticed that, Mike. You're all good. We're getting ever closer, and I saw that you also gave me some homework for the Discord, and I will get on that, but obviously I can't do that right now. So here we are. Let's go ahead and play. So first of all, at any time I can take actions, and I can take as many actions as I want throughout the entire round at any time. However, I don't have any cards right now, so I'm getting a call from spam. I don't have any cards. There's a hand size of 5. It is solo, Streaming Solo Monday. And I don't start the game with any cards. So we're gonna skip taking actions before activation, but again, like I said, I can take actions at any time during the round. So, influence, discard 1 or more influence cards. Don't start the game with any, then draw 5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Also, by the way, I can always look at the backs of cards that are in my hand or in the active area. So if I need to see whether I want to flip something or not, then I can check it out. Okay, so I have Inner Light, Effort, Crowbar, Catch Your Breath, and Toughness. The other interesting thing about this that I didn't mention when I was saying how things flip, so you'll notice these are all the A sides. The B sides, not all of them remain as influence cards. For example, this card right here, the Crowbar, when I use it, let's see, I can use it to do this, and then at any time I can flip this card and discard it to gain 5 of the red symbols. And so when I flip it, it gets discarded to the enemy stack. So just so I know, this has a pretty powerful effect, but then it becomes an enemy. And I have to then defeat it in order to make it an influence card again, which is a very interesting mechanism in this game. You'll notice that each of these cards has one or more of 3 different possible sections here that have a value on them that I can use during the round. Now, I can use this yellow, I believe they call it cunning, to move around the map. I can also use yellow dice to move around the map. I can exhaust a die. I can use green to do special things on the board, mostly exploring. So like this direction costs 4 green. I can also spend or exhaust green dice to do that same thing. The blue and the purple don't have anything special they do, but the red then, I can use red to defeat an enemy. And as long as it actually defeats an enemy. So I can use it at any time to defeat an enemy. And I could exhaust the red one at any time to add 1 to the number. So that works. So what we're going to, oh, and by the way, my special for the gambler is that after the roll dice step, I can exhaust a ready blue die to re-roll up to 4 committed dice. Excuse me. So now that I have a hand of 5 cards, I could move on to opposition, activate an enemy, then resolve the boss's activation step, but I would like to do some exploring. So this first map card has all these explore areas. I think the best thing for me to do is to come down here because I can't explore in the up direction on this upcoming map card. So if I go down here and explore down here, that allows me to explore in any direction from there. So I will need 1 cunning to move, and let's see here. I think I will use this card. I'm going to discard that to gain 1 cunning to move down here. Now, I can use 4 cunning. I think I might use that one plus... I think I'm going to use this plus a green die. I will exhaust a green die. That will be 4. So, because that has a 3 on it if you couldn't see it. So 3 plus 4 means I get to explore this, and I'm going to put this card, this map card, right down there. Ha I was going to say, Chia, I have no idea what that says. Well, you have fun. Okay, I could move 1 more, but let's see here. Oh, that is perfect. So if I go over here and explore in this direction, then I can come over here and move the ether up to green, and then come right back over here and move it back up to blue. I'm not sure that I have enough to be able to do that this round. Those, by the way, are regular actions. I forgot to mention, so taking actions, I can take these at any time during the round. The actions I can take are as follows. Standard actions, which are movement and assault. And then you have influence actions that I can do from the card, and map actions that I get to do that. And this is what they are. So the green is awareness, the yellow is cunning, and the red is wrath. So that is those. Let's see. Konnichiwa. Ah, I see. Konnichiwa, minna. Minna. Okay. Very cool. So, Chia, are you Japanese, or are you just learning Japanese, or are you in school for that, or have you visited Japan? Because whatever your answer to that question, Sarah and I love Grand Sumo, by the way. We watch every tournament every other month, and we are huge fans of it. And yes, we're I'm a big fan of Hakuho. He's almost exactly a year younger than me, and so it's kind of fun to see how his career ended and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, back to the game. Oh. Yeah, cool. Okay, so from here, I could very easily, let's see, the Car Thief, when this enemy is activated, flip an influence card in your hand and discard it. So I will have to either use these up or flip one and discard it. And let's see. I think of these, this would be the best to flip and discard. So when I activate, I'll want to do that to this one. And I can use these potentially to take out that enemy. But I would really like to add a critical to that one. However, I only have 2 strategies, so that means 2 rolls. Let's see, it's usually for... Hey, Josh! Oh, and hello Hallie over on Rumble, and hello Squirrel over on Rumble. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention over there. Cool. Where was I? Cool, okay. All right. Well, I will say, outside of Hebrew, Japanese would probably be the second one that I would want to learn if I were to learn a foreign language. I know sign language, or at least I did when I was in high school, and I still fingerspell quite often, and I have a decent knowledge, but I'm very rusty, and I haven't been able to use it with an actual deaf person in years. So it would take me some time to get back into it. But yeah, very cool. Wow. Okay. Let's see. I actually would like to play this as I should move these over here into my items if at all possible. But I would have to spend 4 to place this card, and that's probably not going to happen anytime soon, so I'm not going to worry about that. So actually, yes, I am going to I'm gonna go ahead and end now. We're gonna go to opposition, activate an enemy. So I activate this, and then I have to resolve the boss's activation effect, which is exhaust a ready die. So I'll go ahead and exhaust this, since I will get it right back there. Then I am going to go through the strategy phase. So I get 2 strategy phases. Wow. Wow, I did not know that about Japanese. That's very interesting. Very cool. All right, so I'm going to commit. You know, I think I'm okay committing just 2 dice here because I have 3 potential. Oh, and when it activates, I have to flip this and discard it. So I'm going to use 2 dice on this and hope for a critical. All right, I got 1 hit, so I will use that. And I'll go ahead and add another die just in case, because this blue one is a 50-50. No, it's not. It's a 30-60. 33-66. Oh, I did get a critical. Okay, so I got a crit there, and I got another hit, so I might as well apply it. So that means I only need 1 more for this, so I will use the crowbar for the one where we have defeated this. And so I turn it sideways like that. I gain an item or recover up to 4 dice. So I will gain this top item, and it is meat. And since I have a strategy of 2, I can have up to 2 items at the moment. This meat I can use for any of these things that it has, or I can skip the suffer damage and after effects steps this round. When I can use it to do that. And if 3 or more enemies are in the active area, also flip this card. And what is the back? Ooh, that is a grunting creature. That is hilarious. So I would not like to use that if I can help it, but it is there if I need it. Okay, and then, so that was my strategy phase. Now we have suffer damage. I don't suffer any damage because it's defeated. Then I resolve these. 1 critical is applied, so I flip and discard this card, and it is now an item. A blue toxins. Very interesting. Then I'm going to exhaust those, recover. I get to recover 3, so I will go ahead and recover these 3 plus 1 of the type of the current ether. Then cleanup, there isn't any other cleanup. I can take more actions with this card if I wish, or I'm going to end up having to discard it. So yeah, I will exhaust this to move 1, and then I will discard this and exhaust this for the 2 to explore here. All right. And the next one there, ooh, the next one has the ability I can add to my strategy. But I may want to try and use that. However, for now, I'm going to go ahead and go into the influence phase. Discard a card. I don't have one, so I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back up to my hand limit. Now let's see what the next enemy is. The cockroaches add more enemies, which is not fun. Interesting. It also has +1 to strategy as its bonus, but it doesn't do any damage at all. Okay, that's good to know. Wow, you guys are talking up a storm. I'm gonna have to hold on and catch up again. Let's see. Wow. Yes, I used Duolingo for a little while for Hebrew, and it works really good for a little while as far as like vocabulary and stuff like that. But then I noticed after a while it becomes a little inaccurate in grammar and form, if you understand. Now that may not be true for everything, but I know it was true for Hebrew. Oh, very interesting, Josh. Oh no. Oop. I agree. All right, so. Oh yeah. That's a very interesting technology. I'm very interested to find out how that will. Well, because my grandma has quite extensive hearing loss. It was actually from trauma. She fell and hit her head on some concrete and damaged her auditory area of her brain. and so she can hear very little. And I just thought it would be really cool to have like glasses that, since we're in the augmented reality universe, it'd be really cool to get a set of glasses that just listened. And just like the speech to text, when you're texting or something, or writing whatever, if it just listened to the person that you're looking at or whatever, and then put subtitles in the glasses that you could read, that would be stinking awesome technology. Yeah, it definitely has the gamify idea down, so it makes it a little easier to try and learn. It's just again, I don't know about any other languages. I know that was true for Hebrew, which is why I kind of faded out with it. But I have heard that it's decent in some languages. I just don't know what they are. Okay, I'm gonna try and continue playing. So I drew back up to 5. So the next phase would be opposition phase, which would be activate an enemy, then resolve the boss's activation effect. But we're going to hold off on that for now. I would like to move and then increase the ether. So yes, I'm going to use this card with the yellow on there to move here. Then I'm going to use these 2 cards. That's a total of 5 green right there to increase the ether to green. And then I would like to move back. Although while I'm here, maybe I should go ahead and explore. If I explore now, then that card will be here, and I won't be able to go anywhere with it. So it would probably be better to come over here to explore in this direction. I can always move this stuff over. That way I could actually go up there, but if I'm gonna do that, I should wait until I complete this. And with the cards that I have, I don't really want to use that just now. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop there and activate an enemy. So I activate this enemy, which forces me, oh no, to activate this enemy, which forces me to activate this enemy. That is a bit of a problem. So I'm actually gonna check out what's on the back of the cockroaches, since it says to flip and discard this card. Skinner, very interesting. Ooh, that one is hefty. Let's try not to do that. Then we have puppets. I can spend 3 to discard this enemy. Oh. That might be worth it. I wonder if I can do that before it pulls the next enemy out. And this one cannot be defeated unless the ether is purple or red. Excuse me? Whoa! I never had to fight those in the last game I played. All right, what do we got here? Beijing bicycle. Yep. Is it, Hallie? Interesting. Yeah, I agree with you. Most of the time it does. Need someone to proofread, or it just doesn't understand like the difference between comma and the word comma. Anyway, I'm missing out on squirrel. Yeah, for that matter, you bring up the music, squirrel. Last week, I thought I turned on my royalty-free music, and apparently in the website, if I click on a band, it will just randomly give me similar bands. So last week's music, I have no idea what played. It just did whatever it wanted to do, and I got hit with a ton of copyright strikes. Well, not strikes, the you know, demonetization if we were monetized. And so I was like, what is going on? So anyway, this week, hopefully it's actually playing what it's supposed to. And that, for that matter, I should check here. Yes, it is still playing what it is supposed to. But yeah. But comma, yes, exactly. Yes. Okay, so this is interesting. I would really like to defeat this because I want more strategy. But in order to do that, I'm gonna have to commit a lot of stuff here. Oh, here we go though. So I could potentially do one of these. I would really like to do that. So I'm going to roll all of these, believe it or not, because I'd like to make use of gambling. And I can use my stroke of luck ability as well. I can reroll up to 4 committed dice based on that. So if I use gambling, I can potentially just outright defeat an enemy. If I have if it rolls a critical and then I re-roll it and it rolls a hit. Now that would be best with the green because that's a 50-50. The yellow only has 2 hits on it at all. But we will see here. What happens. So here's 1 of 2. Oh my gosh, I got 1 hit there. Who would I like to put that on? Okay, I'm gonna put this hit on here. And sadly, I'm gonna have to commit a lot more dice here because I do not want this to go this wrong. Yep. I can always exhaust this to add 1 damage. And this will add 1 damage if I don't roll a crit on any, or 2 damage if I don't roll a crit on any of these. So I'll go ahead and risk these ones because this is quite a big issue here. I'm probably going in too deep, but we'll see what happens. I was correct. What was I correct about? That's saying. Oh, a human in, human out. I don't really know that one either. Okay. I did! I got that. So we're gonna see what happens with that. We got several other hits, so I'm actually very okay with this roll. That isn't going to apply to anything. So I will apply this here. Actually, let me just make sure I'm good on all the other stuff. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3. I'm putting this here because if it does, if it does work, then I can defeat that guy, even though he can't be defeated unless... he just cannot be defeated unless. So actually, that's not a good idea. In that case, I'm going to try that now with this before I assign this. Oh no, in the apply dice step. Okay, I am in the apply dice step. Okay, I'm not going to assign these yet. I had already assigned that. So I'm going to assign this here, and we're going to re-roll it. And if I get a hit, I did get a hit, then this guy is just automatically defeated, which is awesome because that means I now have a strategy of 3. And I can apply all the rest of these elsewhere. So that's 2, 3, 4, and now I didn't need to roll all those dice. But that's okay, I didn't know that. And I'll just go ahead and apply these, even though I can't do that if during the suffer damage step, at least 2 dice are applied to this, then its damage is 0. So for that round. Okay, so this guy is dead as well. Recover all dice matching the current ether, green, so I get to recover those. This one's not exhausted yet, so that doesn't get to recover. Let's see, where are we? Oh, yes, Notre Dame is very good, and it is also ugly. Yes. I just realized I think this is the next round and I didn't exhaust a die like I was supposed to. So I'll exhaust, no, that doesn't work. I'll just ignore that. I need to remember to exhaust another die during opposition, which means I should have exhausted, I would have exhausted one of, probably a blue. We'll just say I exhausted a blue. Okay. Okay. So we are now on suffer damage. I don't suffer anything because these 2 are defeated, and this one has at least 2 dice on it. So resolve after effects. These 2 don't have any. This one says add an enemy and then flip and discard this card. So that becomes Skinner, and this enemy is added. Okay, and then exhaust and recover dice. So I exhaust all of those. And I will recover 1, 2, 3, plus 1 green. And then resolve cleanup. So this guy is just gonna go there. All right, so yay! Now I have 2 active enemies. That's just awesome. Not. Oh, I used this. I used that already, the effect on that one. Gambling. Okay, so now we have finished engagement. I have one more card that I might want to use before discarding and then redrawing. I didn't suffer any damage, so that doesn't matter. So I can use this to move, or that really is all I can do with this. So yeah, I'm going to use this even though I'm only going to move 1 with it. I'm going to use the 2 there to move back over here so that I can increase this, hopefully very soon. All right, so influence phase, we're going to discard my 0 cards and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, draw. Wait, what? Wow, let's see. You guys are talking up a storm, I can't keep up. Right? For that matter, Josh, if you want Saturday morning, we can play games again. True that, Hallie. It's actually a purplish pink. Yeah, it's a purplish pink. You can see it in the little logo there. Okay, where was I? Ah, yes. Oh, wow, I didn't get any green in there this time at all. Oh, but I can use this card to take a map action for free. I think I'm gonna have to do that. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna use this. Oh wait, this is an item. How did it end up in my influence? That's not supposed to be here. I'm gonna have to shuffle that back into this deck. We'll keep this since that was on the top. Keep that as the top item. I even looked through there to make sure that that hadn't happened. Okay. So I can gain 2 from there, and I have 3 here. I think I will. Well, let's see. Gain an item and recover a die. So I could gain that. Which would allow me to flip and discard this card to gain 4. Oh, interesting. The mannequins is very interesting. Trying to decide whether I should use so many possibilities to move this forward or to get rid of this enemy without doing anything about it. A Wave of Sorrow is the next thing. When this enemy is activated, it activates to your inventory. You must discard an item if needed. This enemy cannot be discarded. First time each round that your health would be reduced, you must lose an additional health. You may spend 4 to flip and discard this card. That is interesting. Okay. Well, I may have to save these 4 for that. Although I don't really need to. I don't really need to right now. Man. Okay, you know what? I think I will go ahead and use Hesitation and use it for its effect. Banish this card to gain 2 green, 3 yellow, or 4 red. I'm going to use it to gain 4 red to defeat this one immediately. And if it's used to defeat an enemy, flip and discard that enemy. Yeah. So I'll do that. This is banished. I'm just going to put it over here. Oh, by the way, next week we're playing Tainted Grail, the Tainted Grail deck for 20 strong. So I'm going to put that over there to defeat this. I gain 1 item. And recover 1 die. So I'll recover this one. And then because I did that, I'm going to flip and discard this. It becomes a Nightmare Janitor, which I don't have to worry about right now. Okay. Then I need to not forget that I can use those. I think I will actually go ahead and discard these. That is 4 green. This makes it 5. To go ahead and increase the ether to green, to blue, excuse me. Perk. Cool, cool. All right, then I think next I'm gonna be, oh wait, no, I have 3, so I can take that, no problem. Okay, I can spend 3 to place this card. Once per round, I can exhaust this to gain 2, but only if it's being used to defeat an enemy. It's actually not bad. Spend 3. I think I will. I'm gonna spend this, that's 1, 2, 3, to play this as an item. And once per round, I can exhaust this to gain 2 of the red wrath, but only if it's being used to defeat an enemy. So basically, I can hold it back, and when I'm done rolling, hit something with 2 more, which is awesome. Okay, and I'm now out of cards, so I could use this to move to, but I think I will wait since I'm going to have to gain one of these anyway. Okay, so I need to activate an enemy and then resolve the boss's activation effect. When this is activated, it activates to my inventory, and it cannot be discarded. And then I have to exhaust a ready die, so I will exhaust that. Okay, the first time my health will be reduced, I must lose 1 more. I can spend 4 to flip and discard this card. What does it become? Tall Man. Interesting. Okay. So now we are on engagement. And I don't really need to do much here. Because I can't defeat him until the ether becomes purple. So I just need to use 2 dice to apply to him, or else I can use this to skip. And I think I will skip the damage, the suffer damage and after effects, because I'm going to skip the strategy phase. I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to apply at all. So I'll discard this to skip the suffer damage and after effects phase. And so now exhaust dice, there's none to exhaust. This allows me to recover several more. So I will oh, I didn't even use a blue one. Oh, obviously, I don't want to exhaust that one. I want to have exhausted this one for the boss's effect. Okay, so now I'm going to recover 1 blue and then 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. Do that. Wait, there's a purple one. Do that. Keep them over there. Let's see. Da, da, da. You're enjoying that song, huh? I wish I could hear it. But then you'd get it double. Hey, Hallie, if you lived anywhere near, I would definitely invite you over. All right. So, then resolve cleanup. There's no cleanup to do. So we're moving on. I don't have any cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and do the influence thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I need to get over here. Oh, come on now. I need to get over here so I can do some more exploring. Or I guess I could just go down there. No. I'd like to get over there. The bummer is the next enemy brings out another enemy. Phooey. Can I spend 4 to get rid of that? I could. I will. I'll go ahead and spend 4 green to get rid of the Wave of Sorrow. I flip and discard this card. Okay, at least now I don't have to worry about taking 1 damage if I do take 1 damage. It won't kill me. Okay. I am going to, let's see, discard this to move 1. I need to get more map cards out there, but I keep getting these ones that add more. The sleep? Wait, what? Oh, Aeon. Yep. True. Yeah, she's probably incredibly tiny on there. An item, I think I'll use that for that. So I'm gonna wait and do activation right now because I'm gonna get 2 more. So we'll activate this guy, which activates another one. We have Heavy Thoughts. At any time I can discard 2 influence cards from my hand to defeat this enemy. If it's defeated in that way, flip and discard the card, and then I can recover 1 die for each enemy in the active area. That's actually not a bad idea. And this one would become a work addiction. Okay, I think I will probably do that, even though I was gonna do this to gain an item. That would be nice, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Okay, so I will discard these 2 to defeat this guy, but I'm gonna wait because, let's see, no, never mind. Exhaust dice is later, so that's okay. Okay, so I activated an enemy. I'm gonna activate the boss's activation effect, so that goes away. Now I can do this. I'm going to discard these 2 to defeat this enemy. I recover up to 1 die for each enemy in the active area, so I'm gonna recover 3 dice. And then I flip and discard this card because I did do it that way, so it goes into that discard pile. Hold on a second. I discarded a couple of items into the wrong discard pile. Wow, that's also an item. That doesn't go there. The blue toxins. Okay, and now we are in the strategy phase. So I get 3 rolls here. And this guy, I might just go ahead and let him hit me this time. But I've got a lot of dice. So we'll go ahead and roll the blue ones since I get to recover those. And then I can always exhaust this for an additional 2 hits if necessary. So let's see what we get here first. We got 3 normal hits and a miss. Okay, I will go ahead and put these here so that he doesn't hit me. And then I will re-roll these along with at least one of those. That would be 3 hits if I just get hits. If I get a critical, that could be more, and 3 would be enough to exhaust this one and then take that guy out. So, okay, well that's not great. There's 2 hits. I need 1 more on this. I'm actually going to re-roll this hoping for a crit. So let's see. This could be bad. But no, that wouldn't matter because he's got 0, so who cares? I got 2 misses. Well, that's dumb. Well, I can't even take him out now because I can't use this even. So whatever, that's fine. Okay, so at the start of the suffered damage step, I have to banish the top card of the influence deck because this guy's not defeated. So, aw, that is banished. Oh well, it'll be in the next game I play. Go, go, go! The mitigation is in the rerolls, and then sometimes other things happen, but I had used up everything that I had for that. Oh, it's okay. I just kicked something. I kicked the chair. You got startled out of your sleep, huh? You can go back to sleep. It's okay. Everything's okay. Okay. Let us continue. Oh boy. This is going to take a while. We're already an hour in, and I'm nowhere near red. I haven't found any of the map stuff for it. Okay, so resolve after effects. There aren't any after effects. Exhaust dice, then recover dice, so I get 3 back plus 1 blue. And then resolve cleanup. There's no cleanup to do because I've got all these guys. Okay, then we will reshuffle this so that I can draw back up to 5. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I'm just gonna go for it this time. Okay, I'm gonna use this to move over here, which brings in another enemy. Okay, and then I have 2. I think I will just go ahead and use these 2 to explore here. Oh, that's interesting. I have the final area now, so once I get this up to red, then I'll come here once I get that out. I'll go there to to bring out the boss. Well, Interesting. Well, I have a lot of attack here that I can use. So I think... Well, that's not that big of a deal. I really need more map cards out. So I'm going to use this to move over here, and I'm going to use this to explore 3 to bring this out. There we go. I need that badly. I really should wait on that. Yeah, I'm considering moving up here so I can bring this in, but I think that's a bad idea right now. So I'm going to end there and activate. I have to activate another enemy, and I have to exhaust another die. I've got a blue one over there already, so I'll exhaust another blue. Blue can't be committed to this anyway. So let's see here. I've got 6 here. Oh, 4 from this if I banish this. So now might be the time for that. But we're going to have to use a bunch of dice here. Let's see. Which probably is really conflicting with the music that I've got going on there. All right, so I'm only gonna get 1 damage here and 1 damage here, which means I need to mitigate one of them. But oh, that's interesting. I don't really want to do that. Oh, both of these have that. They say to discard, flip and discard a map card in the active area. I guess I'd do that to these two since I don't really need them anymore. So I just need to decide what dice to use. Okay, so total I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 5, 4. So I only really need 2 more hits here, plus maybe 2 more dice to assign to him. So let's go for these 2. These 3. Ah! Hi. Oh, that's horrible. I'm gonna re-roll that anyway. Okay, so first roll, this is my second roll. Wow, what is going on here? Well, I better stick with that hit, and I'm going to apply it here. And then these better be hits, or I'm crying foul. They are. Okay. So these I believe I'm going to assign there so that he doesn't hit me. Then I will banish this for 4. That will take him out. And then I have to flip and discard a map card. And then that's 1, 2, 3 there. And so he is done, and then I have to flip and discard another map card. And then I will use this and this exhaust, using that ability to do 5 damage to this. And now I gain an item and recover a die. Perfect. Suffer damage. Because of that, I don't suffer any damage. Resolve after effects. There aren't any after effects. If this enemy is not defeated, blah blah blah, but that doesn't matter. And then exhaust and recover dice. I'm gonna recover 3, so there's 1, 2, 3 plus 1 more blue. And then clean up. So these all. Oh, hold on a second. I was supposed to flip and discard this enemy, because I used the 4 on that. And then these are just normal discards. Okay, and he stays in again because I don't have the ether on purple yet. So, back up to the top. I don't have any cards, so I'm just going to go ahead and go into the influence draw phase. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I need to move up to here so I can explore over there. So I am going to have to use that to move up here, which brings out another enemy. And then I will explore with 3. Oh. I will do that. So I'm going to use this item, the Book of Birds, to place an influence card with that without paying its cost. And so now I can take map actions up to 1 space away. So once I explore here, I don't have to move over to there in order to take the action to move that up. So I will discard these 2 plus a green to explore here. Now the bummer is I need 5 to do that. And oh boy, I've got a good amount of enemies here. Oh, that's awesome. Yes, it was, Josh. Yes, it was Michael Jackson's Beat It. You know, singing. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yep. All right. So I kind of want to keep those if at all possible, but I will end up. That is irrelevant. That is defeated. Flip and discard the card. Okay, I'm just going to stay where I am because I can't get over there anyway. Or I can't do that anyway. And that's what I want to do. I'm going to stay there. We're going to activate an enemy. Then I have to get rid of a die. We'll do that. Because of this, exhaust a ready die. And now... Oh, at any time I can spend 3. I don't have 3, so never mind. That doesn't matter. This enemy is defeated. Flip and discard this card. Interesting. All right. I'd really like to defeat all of these. So I have 3, 4, 5 here. So I need 6 more. And because this gives me 2 health, I'm going to ignore that. So I need 6 damage somewhere. I need to find myself 6 damage. Well, I'll roll these three and one of these and hope for some critical hits. Nice! I got 2 critical hits there. Okay, so if I can take this guy out, then I increase my strategy and then I can get another reroll. So, oh, but this is 5 right here, so I don't even need to. I can just put this here. He's defeated. I gain 1 strategy, and then I can use the rest of this. But do I need to? Yeah, I really should. Yeah. I'm going to discard the rest of these and exhaust that for 5, which will defeat this guy. I will gain 2 health for that, so 1, 2. And then we are on the suffer damage step. I'm going to suffer 1 damage for that. Resolve after effects, that doesn't matter, and this one is defeated, so I flip and discard that card, and these are exhausted. Okay, then I recover dice. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Wow, I'm getting low on dice. And then I gain 1 more blue. Okay, and then resolve cleanup. There wasn't anything special about this one. By the way, this is very interesting. I think this is like the final boss of the game. Because this says, if this enemy is not defeated, and all heroes are on their lucid sides. So, as I said, this is a persistent game. The heroes can flip as well. Just like all of the other cards have A sides and B sides, and they stay on the side that they ended the game in from game to game. So this is a persistent game. The heroes do as well. So if I am able to flip this hero over, it becomes the gambler on the lucid side. And it has a supposedly better activation thingamajig rather than stroke of luck. It has Bloviator, which is hilarious. And that art is awesome too. Can't really see it. There we go. She just looks really cool. Anyway, so if all heroes, meaning not just the one that I'm playing, but all of the other ones that are in the box, that then if they're all on their lucid sides, and I leave this guy in play and don't defeat him, then I flip him and discard him, and he becomes another boss. Which is very interesting. I think this might be like the most powerful one. I don't know though, I haven't seen all the stuff this game has to offer. Okay, so he was defeated, so he's going to be discarded. I still can't defeat this guy yet, so he's going to stay here. And that was cleanup, so I don't have any cards in my hand. And so I will draw 5 more cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the machine over here. All right, I really need 5. Good. I have 5 of the greens. There's 3. Oh. We're going to go with 4, 5. So there's 5. That allows me to turn this to purple. I am 1 away from being able to summon the boss. So that I can actually try and finish the game. So let's see. I could explore in this direction, which is actually a great idea since I'm already here. I should probably just do that. So then I will spend these 2, or should I, let's see. You know what? I may stay here through this round so that I can take these 2 guys out. That's interesting. Okay. Oh, I have to spend to place this card. I can't use that for what I was going to anyway. Okay, then yes, I will... I might want to use this effect. Recover up to 4 dice. I can lose 1 health to recover up to 4 dice. That might be really useful right now. I'm sure this is really interesting. I'm not talking at all. Thinking, 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 thinking. Yes, I'm going to use these for their green to explore over here. Let's move everything this way. And now that this is 1 space away, I can take actions on the map spaces 1 space away. So I will use this. Oh, I don't need to use it for that. I can use it here. Thoughtful moment. Cycle the top card of any deck to the bottom of its deck and recover up to 2 dice. Don't mind if I do. So I'm actually going to cycle this one to the bottom, and there it is. If the ether is set to purple, set it to red, then recover all red. Oh, you know what? I haven't been doing the recover all of any of those, but that's okay. We're well beyond that. Okay, then I get to recover 2 dice. I'll recover the blue ones. And there we go. Now I'm going to need to explore this. And I think I'll come over here to explore it, because that's the quickest way to not have to add more enemies. Yep. I can't even get to this space. But I'll do that on a future turn. So, we're going to activate this guy. This guy says, when this enemy is activated, flip an influence card in your hand and discard it. Well, I don't have any. Okay. If I apply a critical hit to this guy, then I get to flip and discard him just immediately. So I'm hoping to roll a crit. You're playing Elden Ring. That's awesome, squirrel. Okay, and then I also need to kill this guy finally. What does he do on the back? Oh, bloody ritual. Very interesting. All right. So how many dice should I do? I need to do the purple ones because that's the one I can get back. And then this I can use to hit for 2. So since I have 4 rounds, I'm just gonna go, let's go with 1 blue as well. Nope, not gonna do that. Okay, so there's 1. I'm gonna roll again. 2. Okay, I want to get a critical to just take that guy out. But so far this isn't happening, so I'll go ahead and roll 4 dice now. Oop, that one did not go down the right way. All right, well, phooey. I have not gotten a single critical So if I count this as 1 each, that's 4. You know what? It's okay if I don't defeat this guy again because I can negate his damage. So I'm just gonna go for it with this. See what happens. What? Well, that is really poopy. You know what? Oh, hold on. Sorry, everyone. I should have muted that. I apologize. Well, I guess I don't need to take actions 1 space away anymore. So I will flip and discard this card to gain 5, which I will use to kill this one. And that becomes an enemy. And I gain an item. And then this one, I will do that. And I will exhaust that to do that damage there. Okay. And then this one, I immediately gain 2 health. So 4, 5, and then flip and discard this card. Yep. Okay. So no damage, no after effects. Exhaust dice. Recover. I recover these 3 because I get a purple one for free. Okay, and then clean up. That just goes there. What would that have become? Ah, the yellow toxins. Well, that's too bad. I didn't roll a critical hit, so that didn't do anything. Okay, and again, I don't have any cards, so I'm just gonna draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will reshuffle this deck. Thank you, Hallie. Oh no. Wow, Josh. Oh. Nice. You just beat the fire giant yesterday. Very cool. So you burned the Erd tree, I assume? Rude. Okay, so I just drew, and then the next step will be to activate an enemy, but we're not going to do that for just yet. Okay, I have 2 here. Yes, I'm going to use the 2 yellow on this one to go boop boop, which forces me to bring this out. The realization of a sad truth. Okay. Loopity doopity doo. Okay, I need 2 to explore that. So I will go ahead and use this to explore. This will come out. Then I need to move 2 more spaces. And then I will need to move 1, 2, 3, 4 more spaces. So that's okay. Do I want to do that right now, though? I have a lot of wrath here that I can use. So I think I might just stay here because I don't have a whole lot of the cunning to move. Right, Squirrel? What did the Erd Tree ever do to you? Yep, get as much done before you burn it all down. I understand. Yeah, this is a difficult choice because I could just say use this to move over here and then... No, that would be a bad idea. No, I don't have a very good setup for the movement for that yet, so I'm just gonna stop here and I have to activate this, then I have to exhaust a die, and then we are in the strategy phase. So like I said, I have a lot here. So that is 6, this is 8. However, when I spend it, I have to lose 1 health, but that's okay. I can, actually, if I do that first, what does this flip to? Strangers. Ooh, 3 damage. I'd prefer to not do that. So I think, yeah. Well, what did I say? 6, 7, 8. And there's 11 here. 9, 10, 11. Let me roll 2 of these. So this is my first strategy phase. That's just normal hits. Second strategy phase. There's a critical. Okay, so I have these 2. That's 3 more. So it is 8, 9, 10, 11. That's perfect. Okay. So I will use 2, 3, and then 4, 5. I just spent 2 wrath, so I have to lose 1 health. However, when I kill this guy, I gain 1 health. So I'm just gonna leave it where it is. And then I will use all the rest of this 6. I'm gonna discard all 6 of those to take that guy out. Okay. Suffer damage, no damage. Resolve after effects. That one doesn't have one, but this says flip and discard the top card of the item deck. So instead of the blue box, we have motivation, which comes down into this pile instead. That's interesting. That's kind of a not great card for there. Okay. Exhaust and recover dice. So again, we are purple right now, so I will recover these 3 dice, and then I get an extra purple. And then resolve cleanup. Okay, and I don't have any cards, so we're gonna draw 3 more cards. 5 more cards. 2, 3, 4, 5. And I have a 2 right here. Yes, I'm gonna discard that to move 1, 2, and now I will discard 2, 3, 4, and 5 to set this to red. The only bummer is now I don't have enough to actually move over to here to summon the guy. But that's okay. Office Rat, that's hilarious. That's next. I am going to use this and lose a health to recover 4 dice. And I'm actually going to recover, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. Either way, it's the same. And this way I don't have to add any enemies except for right there. So I'm going to recover the 4 yellow dice. And... actually, maybe I won't use them all right away. Yeah, I can wait another round. So I will use 2 of these to at least move 2. Maybe I'll just go ahead and move the 3rd one over to here. So I'm 1 away. I'm gonna go ahead and let this be... Oh, you know what? If I don't use this, I'm gonna have to discard it. Well, that's okay. Oh, increased by the number of map cards in the active area. So 2, 4, 6. So this actually has 7 health. So yeah, I'm gonna hold on to this. Okay. I haven't yet, Josh. I have not yet played Tainted Grail. Though to answer your question so far, Etherfields is way better than Nemesis. I enjoyed Nemesis, but Etherfields is awesome. This is way cool because it's long, as you can see. We're already an hour and a half into it, but it depends on the setup. But I love how the whole thing changes every time, meaning they go from A side to B side and things move from one place to another. And yeah, I really like this one. I have read how to play Tainted Grail. I have not yet played it yet, the 20 strong Tainted Grail. So ask me next week after I play at least a practice game. But yes, least favorite of the 3? Yes, absolutely, Josh. Of the 3, again, I can't really answer that yet because I haven't played that one, but I imagine from what I know of it that that's not going to be my least favorite. Nemesis is my least favorite of the 3, but that doesn't really say much because this one is awesome. So yeah, good question. I just don't really have the information for you yet. Okay, I will go ahead and end. I'm going to add this. I have to exhaust a die, so I will exhaust the blue one. And then we're going to fight this guy. He's got 7. I think... that flips back to the gray spider. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Because this right here is 5. So 2 hits will take him out. So I'll go ahead and roll 2 here. Actually, you know what? Like I said, I have 4, so we're going to try 1 and see if I can get a critical hit on this. So here's 1. I got a critical hit right away. Boom. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That just gets exhausted right away. This guy's dead. I get to recover up to 5 dice or gain 1 health. Well, I think I'm going to recover 5 dice. So that's the one I'll get for free. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then suffer damage, no damage. Resolve after effects, there aren't any. Exhaust and recover dice. So there's my, there's my 3 dice that I'm going to recover, and then I get 1. Oh, excuse me. Recover that one instead. Don't recover that one because it's red now. Now I recover that as the extra. Okay, and then clean up. And the office rat is just discarded. What does he flip to? Giant rats. Oh, I'm glad I didn't flip that one. Okay, influence. I will draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards. Then I need to move back into there. But I don't really want to use this one. So yeah, I'll just use this, move into here. I have to add the crow monster, which means I have to add Bane. That stinks. Which means maybe I should wait one more. Because these both deal 2 damage. And that is not a good amount. Yeah, right? I got a lot of dice recovery on that one. But maybe I should just go ahead and bring him on in. If I do, all I have to do is survive. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. Okay, so that's 2. That's 4 green. Yeah, 4 green. This will make it 5 green to bring the boss in. All right, the ether is red, so I can bring in the boss. And now I just have to beat him. So I have 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 right here. So I can beat him right away. And I'm gonna do that. So boss is defeated, and now I just have to survive till the end of the round, which means I can take both of these guys out, or really whatever. Let's see. That's okay. Bane becomes a snake cultist. That is hilarious. And this one stat, enemy is defeated, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter. I'm just going to roll the rest and see if I can kill the rest of these guys. Like I said, I think I said this, all I need to do is survive till the end of the round, so as long as I take one of these guys out, I don't lose 4 health. So we're good. We're golden, this isn't going to be a problem, but I'm going to play it out anyway. So I got 2 crits on that, that's awesome. And a hit on with a green. And not much else. But that's 5. So, yeah, we'll use that on him. He's dead. I gain 1 more to recall. So, this is the second round of strategy. Awesome. There's another critical right there. And this is way more than enough damage. So, I'm just going to put the damage on him. And game is won. Well, I'll finish out the round. So, that gives me +1 health. Okay. So then, suffer damage, there's no damage. Resolve after effects. I have to lose 1 in the stat of my choice, I'll just lose 1 health. If this enemy is defeated, exhaust 3 ready dice and flip and discard this card. So this card has to be flipped and discarded. It is now the Raven Man. Ooh, he's got 10 health. Okay. And then exhaust, recover, resolve, cleanup. So he's going to get discarded. And there we go. That is a win against something wicked. And when you beat a boss, you flip it over. So it is now the Swamp Walker. So the next time I choose a boss to play against, I can play against the Swamp Walker. There we go. So as you can see, a whole mess of things changed in this game. So for the future, I'm going to get some of these things out of the way so I can utilize the area in front of me. So for the future, I've got, let's see, that is new in the influence deck. That is new in the influence deck. These are the ones that are on the B side. This is an item. That's not supposed to be there. That is new. That is new. So There's that. These ones were banished. They're coming back in. So we have 4 new cards in the influence deck, which I'll go ahead and shuffle that back up so that they aren't all together. 2 of the map cards got changed to the B side. We have, I did not make it through the entire enemy stack, which is great because that increases the replayability. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemies that are on the B side now. And then let's check out the items. I've got 1 new item, the blue toxins, which is interesting. I wonder, because I haven't seen all of the stuff with this, all of the enemies. I intended to not look at anything that I wasn't allowed to look at via the game rules. So I haven't looked at all of like the enemies, for example. So here's some of the other people that I can play as, and then we have the other enemies here are the Devil. As you can see, these are all on the A side. Devil, Scarecrow, Warden, and Box Knight. And it was actually the Warden that I played against yesterday that I realized that I was doing it wrong. And the reason I saw that, let's see, also a side note. Oh no, 19-2, holy moly. Dude. Yes, there are other colors, Sarah. That was blue toxins. Had I beaten the machine, I think it is, then I would have gotten the yellow toxins. Or not beaten it. I did beat it. Had I, if a critical hit is applied to this enemy, then flip and discard it. So had I gotten a critical hit on him, then I would have flipped and discarded the yellow toxins into the item pile. But I did not. Anyway, so yeah, the Warden is what made me realize that I was doing this wrong, because I just have to have 7 map cards in the active area in order to activate him, right? And so I just went around and I was bringing out all the map cards. Well, his effect is flip a map card in the active area, then immediately discard or banish it. Well, I thought I only had to do that when I activated him into the thing. And then I was like, this just seems really easy. And then I realized that I have to activate that every round, which means that is really difficult. I have to constantly be moving, otherwise the dream is disappearing as I'm moving away from it. And so you have to move at least one card every single turn, or round, every single round. And I have to be gaining ground because I have to have 7 in order to activate him. Anyway, that's crazy. So the Warden, the Box Knight, the Devil, and the Scarecrow, and now the Swamp Walker. And I was wondering if I needed certain toxins in order to kill some of these. But like I said, I'm not looking at the other side of these, so it's possible that I do. Anyway, that was a heck of a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this deck. This deck is awesome. So, this week is going to, if you weren't aware already, this week is going to be a little different than normal. First of all, next week I will be playing Tainted Grail. I'm super excited for that, the 20-strong Tainted Grail deck. But after that, I probably will not, even though Final Girl is probably going to show up, well, it will show up this week. So I'll finally get all the Final Girl stuff. I won't be able to play it on Monday. Well, I'll be playing this one anyway. But I won't be able to play it the next Monday either, very likely, because Sarah's going to be gone for a week. So I won't be able to record the unboxing, which I definitely want to do, until probably that weekend, which won't give me enough time to play any practice games or anything like that. If it happens to, then we'll just well, I'm not going to plan on it. So we'll probably have one more week of something else. I'll just show you something else on my solo wall. We'll probably take a vote on it next week. But we have Elden Ring tomorrow, and then Atari and I will be playing Arc Raiders on Wednesday because Sarah leaves. And then Thursday, we will not be doing anything. Taking a day off, and because Sarah's not here, and yeah, and then the following week, Tuesday, we're gonna miss Elden Ring as well. So that is the next stuff. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for Elden Ring. Thank you again so much for showing up. And if you're new, thank you for being here, and please subscribe and tell your friends and like and all that good stuff. And we'll see you tomorrow. All right. Have a good night, everybody. Bye-bye.